Welcome to Dive Zone, your space to go deeper into English, one episode at a time. If you're enjoying the journey, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss a deep dive into language learning.
How to finally be consistent. That's what we're getting into today. Because let's be honest, being consistent is hard. We all start things. We all make plans. But sticking with them, that's a different story.
Consistency is the real challenge. And before we go deeper, for anyone listening, don't forget that we'll explain all the phrasal verbs and English expressions we use in this episode at the end. And of course, the free PDF is waiting for you. It includes today's vocabulary, writing practice, and journaling prompts to help you reflect on your own consistency habits.
Yeah, the PDF is super helpful, especially if you're learning English and working on your mindset at the same time. It's all about growth, step by step.
Exactly. And speaking of steps, let's talk about how hard it is to take them every day. People don't struggle with starting. They struggle with showing up again and again, especially when motivation disappears.
That's where I always fall apart. I'll be super committed for a week, 2 weeks, then something throws me off. And once I stop, it's like the whole thing falls apart.
Yeah, and then the guilt kicks in. You start beating yourself up, and suddenly, starting again feels 10 times harder.
I used to think being consistent meant being perfect. Like, if I messed up once, it was over. And that mindset made it worse.
That's a common trap. Consistency doesn't mean never failing. It means coming back even after you fall off. It's about showing up, even imperfectly.
That makes sense. So it's more about how fast you come back after falling off?
Exactly. Because nobody's consistent 100% of the time. What matters is how you respond when you get thrown off track.
I notice I get off track the most when my routine changes. Like if I travel, or get sick, or something big happens, boom, my habits disappear.
That's normal. Life throws things at us all the time. But the people who build consistency long-term are the ones who know how to reset quickly.
I've never really thought of resetting as a skill, but it makes total sense.
It is. And the more you practice it, the better you get at bouncing back. The truth is, life will always interrupt your plans. Consistency isn't about avoiding those interruptions. It's about learning to work around them.
I guess I also wait to feel motivated again. And when it doesn't come, I just don't do anything.
Motivation is unreliable. It's emotional. It comes and goes. But discipline, that's what keeps you going when motivation disappears.
Discipline feels so heavy though, like it has no joy in it.
That's because we confuse discipline with punishment. But real discipline is a form of self-respect. It's showing up for yourself, even when it's not fun or exciting.
Okay, wow, that really shifted something in my mind.
And the trick is making it manageable. Small wins, small steps. We overcomplicate consistency by trying to do too much all at once.
Yeah, like going from 0 to 100. Suddenly waking up at 5 a.m., exercising, journaling, reading, working on 10 goals. And of course, it collapses.
Because it's not sustainable. You have to ease into consistency. Build slowly. Stack habits one at a time.
So it's not about doing more. It's about doing less, but doing it regularly?
Yes, and doing it in a way that matches your energy and your life. Your consistency should support you, not exhaust you.
I think I've been trying to force myself into routines that don't fit me, like copying what works for other people.
We all do that. But what works for them may not work for you. The key is designing systems that align with who you are, not who you think you should be.
This is starting to make so much more sense now. Consistency isn't just about commitment. It's about understanding yourself.
Exactly. Your habits have to match your lifestyle, your energy, your rhythm. Otherwise, you'll always fall off.
And when I fall off, I usually give up completely. I think, well, I missed 2 days. It's over.
That's the all-or-nothing mindset. It kills progress. One missed day doesn't erase your effort. But giving up for a week? That creates a gap.
Yeah, I've been stuck in that gap many times.
We all have. But the solution is compassion. You forgive yourself, then you start again. Not next week, not next month, right now.
And if you're tired?
Then you do a lighter version. Consistency doesn't mean pushing at 100%. Sometimes it means doing just 10%. But you still show up.
Okay, that's a game changer. I always thought consistency meant intensity.
It doesn't. It means presence. Even on bad days, you check in. You show up even if it's only a small action.
This is actually making me feel more capable. Like maybe I can do this.
You can. And so can anyone listening. Consistency isn't about being perfect. It's about being present with your process, again and again.
I've been thinking about something you said earlier, that consistency is a form of self-respect. I've never looked at it that way.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest mindset shifts. We usually treat consistency like punishment, like something we have to do. But when you flip that and see it as something you give to yourself, it becomes lighter.
Like a gift instead of a burden.
Exactly. Because showing up for yourself every day, no matter how small, is how you build trust with yourself.
And when you trust yourself, you don't need as much external motivation.
Yes, you know you've got your own back. And that builds real confidence.
I've struggled a lot with self-trust. I make promises to myself, then I break them. And each time, I trust myself a little less.
That's why small promises matter. Instead of committing to something huge and failing, start with one tiny action you know you can do, and do it daily.
Like 1 glass of water in the morning, or 5 minutes of journaling.
Exactly. The point isn't the size of the action. It's the fact that you follow through.
I think we've been trained to think bigger is better. That unless you do something massive, it doesn't count.
But small, repeated actions are what create lasting change. Big, intense efforts burn out fast. But a small routine? That can change your life.
I've noticed that too. When I try to overhaul my life in one go, I crash. But when I just try to build one habit at a time, I actually stick with it.
Because it's sustainable. And sustainability is the secret to consistency.
I also realized something else. I need to change my environment. My space, the people around me, even my phone screen.
Environment matters so much. We underestimate how much our surroundings influence our behavior. If your space is filled with distractions, your focus will disappear.
I cleaned up my desk last week, and suddenly I wanted to write again. Just that one change helped me get back on track.
That's a great example. Your environment either supports your habits or sabotages them.
I've also had to set boundaries with people. Some friends don't understand when I say, I need time to focus or work on myself.
That's okay. Not everyone will understand your consistency journey, but the people who matter will respect it.
It's hard though. Sometimes I feel selfish when I say no.
Saying no is part of staying consistent. If you say yes to everything, you say no to your own goals.
Wow, that hit.
You have to protect your energy. That's part of discipline too.
I think a lot of people confuse consistency with hustle. Like, they think it's working nonstop.
But true consistency includes rest. It includes slowing down when needed. Consistency doesn't mean speed. It means stability.
That's such a relief to hear, because I felt guilty for resting. Like I was being lazy.
Rest is part of the rhythm. You can't grow without it. Plants don't grow nonstop. They grow, rest, and grow again.
So it's okay to take a break as long as you come back?
Yes, taking breaks doesn't break consistency. It protects it.
This makes me want to rebuild my whole routine. But slowly this time, one thing at a time.
That's the way. Stack your habits gently. Make them so small that you can't fail.
I love that. I want my habits to feel like anchors, not chains.
Beautifully said. That's what consistency becomes when it's rooted in love and purpose, not pressure.
I'm realizing that I don't need to prove anything to anyone. I just need to show up for myself.
That's the truth. And when you show up consistently, your future self will thank you. Not because it was perfect, but because it was real.
Welcome to the English learning section. We're going to go over the phrasal verbs and expressions you heard in today's conversation. Remember, the free PDF includes all of this plus examples, exercises, and journaling prompts.
All right, here are the phrasal verbs we used and what they mean. Show up, to be present or take action. Example, even when I felt tired, I still showed up for myself. 2. Fall apart, to break down or stop functioning. Example, my routine fell apart after I got sick. Get thrown off, to be distracted or interrupted. Example, traveling threw me off my routine. 4. Come back, to something, to return to a habit or mindset. Example, I came back to my journaling practice after a break. Reset, to start again, mentally or physically. Example, I reset my goals at the start of each month. Fall off, track, to stop doing a routine or habit. Example, I fell off track last week, but I'm trying again today. 7. Follow through, to complete something you planned. Example, I told myself I'd read today, and I followed through. 8. Hold off, to delay or avoid something. Example, I held off on starting my new routine until Monday. 9. Burnout, to become exhausted from overwork. Example, I burned out after trying to do too much too fast. 10. Check in, to review or reflect on how you're doing. Example, I check in with myself every Sunday.
And here are some useful expressions we used.
Fall into a trap, to do something without realizing it's a mistake.
Start again right now, a reminder that you don't have to wait to restart.
Stack your habits, to build small routines on top of each other.
Get back on track, return to a goal or routine.
Protect your energy. Be careful about how you spend time and focus.
Build trust with yourself. Prove to yourself that you can keep promises.
All of these will help you not only speak English more naturally, but also think more deeply about how to live better.
We hope this episode helped you reflect on your consistency journey. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. Just present. Just willing. Just open.
And your free PDF is waiting for you. Download it from the description and take some time today to write, review, and reset.
We're rooting for you. You've got this.
Stay consistent and keep growing.
Thanks for watching Dive English Zone. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, drop a comment below, and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of our upcoming lessons. See you in the next one.